Hello my loves, welcome back. Today we're going to answer a viewer question, and that question is, how long should I hold a yoga pose for? And it's not a simple answer because it's going to depend on a lot of factors. It's going to depend on the type of yoga that you're practicing, the purpose and goal of your practice. It's also going to depend on some other factors like your mood, your fitness level, your age could also be a factor, and where you are in your practice. So each style of yoga has a different feel to it. For example, there's Ashtanga yoga, there's restorative yoga, yin yoga, vinyasa, hatha. There are many different types of yoga, and each one is going to depend on how long you're going to hold the pose for. For example, in vinyasa yoga, you might not even hold a pose. You could just be flowing with your breath. You're barely holding at all. Sometimes with vinyasa yoga, you can combine that with hatha yoga, where you're holding for 5 to 8 breaths. Other times, you could be doing a practice like restorative or yin, where you're holding for 3 to 5 or even 15 minutes. Because they're serving a different purpose, which leads me to the next point. What is the purpose of your practice? What are your goals for your yoga practice? If your goal is to do some kind of cardiovascular practice, then you're not going to be holding the poses for very long at all. You might be doing a vinyasa and trying to get some cardiovascular benefit. If you're working on strength and stability, then yeah, you want to hold your pose, maybe for 5 to 8 breaths. If you're looking to improve flexibility, range of motion, or to increase some mindful movement, then you're going to want to do some yin or restorative, in which case you're going to hold the poses for much longer. It really depends on the purpose of your yoga practice. So a faster yoga practice is more cardiovascular. You've got less time to focus on your alignment. However, you're going to burn more fat. It's going to increase your cardiovascular stamina, and it'll increase muscle. And all of those in turn will increase your metabolism. If you're holding a yoga pose for 5 to 8 breaths or longer, the results are going to be different. It will increase your stability, increase your range of motion, increase your flexibility, and you'll have more time to focus on alignment. And you'll get some strength in there too. So each of these things has a different goal, and that's what you need to know. What is your purpose on the mat? What is the purpose of your practice today? So another thing that I mentioned was your fitness level and your yoga practice. And both of these combined are going to kind of influence how long you can hold a pose, because how long you should hold a pose and how long you can hold a pose are two different things. It's also going to depend on the type of pose that you're practicing. Some poses you'll only do once in your practice, and some poses you'll do multiple times during your practice. If you're doing the pose once, maybe you want to hold it, take 5 to 8 breaths. If you're doing the pose repeatedly in a flow or a sequence, then maybe you're only taking 3 breaths. The important thing here is that you listen to your body and do what your body needs, because what your brain needs and what your body needs are often two different things. What you want isn't always what you need. For myself personally, what I want to do as a fiery type A personality is I want to do the faster vinyasa flows. What I need to do to ground me and bring me down and get me centered is restorative. So you need to know what your body wants and what it needs, because those are going to be two different things as to whether you're holding for a breath or whether you're holding for 5 to 10 minutes. So how long should you hold a yoga pose? It's entirely individual, depending on you, where you are in your practice, your fitness level, your age, your mood, what your body needs and what your head wants. Okay, my loves, I hope that helped give you some guidance on how long you should hold a yoga pose. There is no right answer. It depends on what you need for your brain, your body, your goal, your purpose, and where you are in your practice right now. If you enjoyed this video, then give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. And remember, my loves, that karma is only a bitch if you are. So be nice, be kind, and be the change that you want to see in the world.